Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mike's 380. Mike's 5-4. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah. Check three.
Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
It's our field. Hey, it's our Check. Kill. Turn. Kill. Turn up.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watch his flag. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it with Carson. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They go play action here on first down. There goes a deep ball. End zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 46 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Switch. Check 50, check 50.
He's got a first down and more past the 30. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Check Mike 54, Mike 54. I got you.
Prescott now, option right. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Get him. Check 24, check 24.
Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I got you. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now it's Carson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Seahawks 6, Cowboys 0.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd.
Alert, alert. Mike's 54. Mike.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And his throw here is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. What we got? What we got? What we got? Zebra. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
I'm coming after you. Check for it. Under. Quick edge. Come. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Nice hit, boy. Here we go. We don't want this. Man left, man left. Everyone, you got 4 down. Eyes on 10. Eyes on 10. Under 10.
Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Third and long for Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And
he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 25, check 25. Hey, look. Watch twist.
Now Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, take your socks off, back the huddle. Socks off.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Slam, slam.
14, 14.
99, check 99.
Good touch.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
50. Here we go.
47.
Here we go.
Back, back, back.
Shift. Watch the shift.
26.
From the 39, Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Maher is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Here we go. 4 and 8.
Mike's by 4. Check. Check safety.
26.
Hatchet.
Bang, bang, bang. Kill.
He's cracked.
47.
Check.
26.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
Watch quick. Watch quick.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Slam, slam. Here we go, 47. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. No, 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 off, off, off. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Check 52. Undercrush, undercrush. We're going to 54. Showing it, showing it. Out, 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 out. Joker, 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 Joker. Right there, 54, right there, right there.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. You can't block me, you can't block me. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check 31, check 31. Check, crunch, crunch.
Elliott. He finds some open field here. Power running by Zeke. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 20.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Elliott on 1st down, got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holding.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up 2nd down at the Seahawks 18-yard line.
Everybody,
Mike 54. All day, just like that, just like that.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass.
Gonna run again here with Pollard.
Check it out.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brett Maher down for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Mike 54. All day, all day. Check, 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 check.
36 power.
Kill, kill.
Front it.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Sponge. 14, got it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
And it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, kill. Check 37, check 37.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Let's go. You're not ready. You're not ready.
They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
47.
3 bud.
Check 50. Check 50. Check. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Oh, he stays up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ziggy Ansah tracks him down way in the backfield for a loss of 16. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Let's take it inside his own 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Right there. 90. 36 power. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
25.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Kill. One flip. 3. Check 24, check 24. Shift. 36. Go. Tighten up. Check 3.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check.
Now Pollard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Come on, fellas.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
So don't say nothing.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
The young, incredible, honest.